What is up, YouTube? Welcome to Panfro Games, and as you can see, we have even more Pokemon Unite leaks. And that's right, we got Mamoswine here, and we got the full moveset translated. And oh man, I am very excited to play as Mamoswine. He is actually classified as a defender. And guys, if you enjoyed this video, want more Pokemon Unite content in the future, please subscribe. I really appreciate it. So yeah, we got Mamoswine gameplay coming up, but I just want to do a quick overview of the moves. We have his level 1 moves, which is Tackle and Ice Shard. Tackle rushes into the opponent, dealing damage and throwing them. This is very similar to Snorlax's Tackle. And then we got Ice Shard, which is AoE slow, which does a good ton of damage, and it actually leaves them frozen for a good portion of time. And then the really neat stuff comes in when we get to Ice Fang. Uses Cold Infused Fangs to throw the opposing Pokemon closest to the user, dealing damage and leaving the Pokemon frozen for a short time. The user can then designate a direction to slam the thrown Pokemon forward or backward, dealing damage to the opposing Pokemon in the area effect and leaving them frozen for a short time. That's incredible. And then High Horsepower, oh my. Has the user rush recklessly into the designated direction, dealing damage to the opposing Pokemon it hits and shoving them. The user then stomps its feet, dealing damage to the opposing Pokemon in the area effect and leaving them unable to act for a short time. This stomping deals increased damage to frozen opposing Pokemon, so we got some frozen synergy with High Horsepower. So it looks like if you want to use High Horsepower, you're going to want to mix it up with your other move, Icicle Crash. Drops icicles on the designated location, dealing damage to opposing Pokemon in the area of effect and decreasing their movement speed for a short time. The final icicle shatters after a set amount of time or when hit by the user's other moves or boosted attacks, dealing damage to opposing Pokemon in the area of effect and leaving them frozen. If the icicle is shattered by Tackle or High Horsepower, the ground is covered in ice, which also increases the movement speed of ally Pokemon that run over it. And then instead of Icicle Crash, you can end up picking Earthquake. Has the user leap up in the designated direction and then land forcibly, dealing damage to opposing Pokemon in the area effect and pulling them towards the user. And then last but certainly not least is the Unite move here, which is Mammoth Mash. Has the user jump to the designated location, become immune to hindrances. The user then repeatedly stomps the ground, dealing damage to the opposing Pokemon in the area effect and decreasing their movement speed for a short time, which each stomp. The final stomp throws opposing Pokemon in the area effect. And shout outs to Charles Chang for the translation from Spanish to English. And then we're going to be watching the gameplay here. So yes, we have Mamoswine, who is a defender. And you get your final evolution at level 10. So you're going to be starting at Swinub. And then you're going to become Piloswine. And then you're going to hit Mamoswine at level 10. So that's very exciting. And honestly, Swinub looks really cute. And this is going to be showing off Icicle Shard here. So this is going to be your main move in lane to try to get some kills, honestly. You know, if you get all 3 hits off on the opponent, they're going to end up frozen, which is going to be great for helping your lane partner take out some Pokemon. And even if it doesn't get the frozen, you're still going to be able to slow them down. So that's pretty incredible. And it looks like your 3rd boosted auto attack actually freezes. So we got a ton of freezing happening with Mamoswine right now, which is pretty cool. And this makes me a big fan of a possible lane with Mamoswine and Alolan Ninetales, as that could be really crazy. A double freeze lane, and especially because Mamoswine has moves that do bonus damage if the Pokemon's already frozen. That is pretty incredible. So I'm a big fan. And yeah, Tackle looks like Snorlax's Tackle. However, the distance is much better and it is going through a lot more Pokemon. So I would say this is probably an improved version of Snorlax's Tackle. So I think that is really neat, honestly. That's pretty cool, man. I'm a big fan of Swinub here. What's this scoring animation look like? Is that anything cool? It's a little bit cute. You know, he puts it up. He doesn't really have any feats, but you know, he puts it up. All right, so we're gonna go level. He evolves at what, level 6 to Piloswine. All right, Piloswine looking pretty cool as well. Looks like he picked up Icicle Crash. Oh my god, that is a huge icicle. So you can proc that last icicle by hitting it with one of your own attacks, and then it will freeze any Pokemon in the area. So essentially, it is just an improved version of Ice Shard. But man, that is a huge AoE. and you can break through with tackle. So that is a pretty great laning move, honestly. You can pick up a lot of kills with that combination of tackle and Icicle Shard in lane. That's a wonderful level 6 move overall, honestly. And it's pretty cool that Rotom is affected by all of these moves as well. This would not affect something like Dreadnought or Zapdos, as you know, they're considered more high-end bosses on the field, so these moves won't really affect them in that way. And that's another scoring animation. It looks pretty all right, nothing too crazy. I do wish we had a little bit better of a scoring animation going on here. And all right, this is the rushing move here. All right, so man, that is a big push. That is a really big push. That push reminds me of Blastoise's Surf. I think Blastoise's Surf is a bit better for pushing, but that was really good. I mean, you are committed to the entire rush, but that last hit is pretty nice. Look at that. Yeah, you get this big AoE hit at the end of high horsepower. That is pretty sick. And it looks like it does stun, so that seems like a pretty good move overall, actually. And okay, in level 10, we got Mamoswine, and man, he looks like a beast. Honestly, the big tusks are really cool. Still got the freeze going on. He's a big boy. Oh, and here's our ultimate ability. So he jumps up 4 times. So it doesn't seem like your distance is too big, like how far you can go, but you do have 4 hits on it, all doing AoE damage, and it is all bringing the Pokemon towards you. So when you're doing those jumps, the Pokemon near you will be getting closer to you. Sort of, I don't know how big the pull-in effect is, but if it's anything like Gardevoir's pull-in, that could be crazy. And the last hit is a knock-up, and you are hit immune to hindrances there, so you don't have to worry. And he did go through a wall, which is very important, that no walls can stop Mamoswine, which is pretty impressive. I mean, yeah, that does a lot of damage, honestly. That does a lot of damage at level 15 right there to this creep mob. But that's pretty cool. Definitely a big fan of this move overall. All right, so here's the other move, Ice Fang. I think this move is cool. So when you grab the opponent, they're frozen. And, oh my god, you were just, oh my god. So you pick them up, they're frozen, and then when you throw them, if you hit another Pokemon with that thrown move, you do AoE damage to them as well. And you freeze them on top of that. Oh my god, this is an incredible move. This is I think this move's cool. You know, one thing I really like about this move is that it's a unique move. You know, like, yeah, tackle is not a unique move, you know. But the fact that we get something like Ice Fang, that is cool. And I like the little animation on the tusks are frozen as well on Piloswine. That's really neat. I think that's really cool. I'm a big fan of what Icicle Fang brings to the table here. I think that can go pretty well with tackle, but I think Ice Shard may have the better combination, but we shall see. I mean, I really want Ice Fang to be good. We shall see. And it looks like you can do the pickup to Rotom. Oh my god, you can just throw Rotom, and you can move him too with that throw as well, which is really nice. And Rotom, of course, will move back to his position, but that is pretty neat that you can affect a Rotom with Icicle Fang as well. Now we got Earthquake. Oh my. So it looks like, okay, so or as you saw there, when he jumped at the Rotom, he's bringing the Rotom with him when he's using Earthquake. And the Rotom is getting closer to the center. So you are always going to have Pokemon on top of Mamoswine, which is pretty sick, honestly. And he may be a Pokemon that's perfect for weakness policy. Honestly, just because he's literally always going to be in the middle of the fight. This character wants to be in the middle of the opposing team and just bring them all together. And I think weakness policy would be great because he can deal more damage. And Pokemon are obviously going to be hitting him because he's going to be the closest one to the opponents. And they're going to want to stop him because he's going to keep knocking them up and freezing them. So that's pretty cool. And that is a stun as well. That is a pretty nice stun. The distance isn't as... Actually, I think the distance is a little bit shorter than Snorlax's Heavy Slam. It doesn't have as big of a knockup, but I'm sure the damage will be better because Mamoswine seems to actually be more of a bruiser, like an all-arounder defender than like something like a Snorlax, who is definitely more defender focused. I think that's really cool though. Mamoswine looks pretty sweet overall, honestly. I'm definitely really excited for this Pokemon. I can actually see myself maining this Pokemon because I am a big defender fan. And defenders, we need more. We honestly need more in this game. So this is pretty fantastic. And we do have a couple of other minor leaks. So that is right, Greedent is still in the game code. So expect Greedent to be in the game at some point, which is pretty neat. And last but not least, we do have an Alolan Ninetales costume trailer that is in the game right now. And I'm very excited for this winter event, festival style. I guess that's for Pikachu. This is really cool though. I can't wait for this skin. Ninetales is gonna be phenomenal. And looking great. I love that bell on the tail. That's pretty sweet, honestly. That's pretty sweet. Well, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the channel for more Pokemon Unite content. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out and have a great one.